Welcome back to the sweatshop. In today's video, we're going to be working on this 2007 Mazda Miata. What we're going to be showing you in today's video is how to do some routine maintenance on your Mazda. Basically, we're going to be filling up the transmission with some brand new fluid as well as the differential. This is definitely a job that you can do at home. Of course, in the pursuit of saving yourself some money, make sure you don't stinge on the fluid. Get yourself some brand name stuff, something that's good and reputable. We got the mold tool because we got a good deal on it, but Castrol, Pennzoil, Quaker State, any of those guys, any of the reputable oil manufacturers out there will work for your transmission, provided it has the correct specs, which are 75W90. That being said, make sure you do this on a hoist or using 4 jack stands that make the car level, because you want to make sure you get a correct reading. If the car isn't level, you can sometimes get an incorrect reading. It can either be too full or underfilled, and that can cause problems for you later on. So make sure, first off, if you're going to get underneath your car, that you have jack stands and that the car is level before you work on it. What I want to tell you is that the little crush washers that go on the fill plugs and drain plugs on this particular car, well, for some reason they weren't in stock at any of the local dealerships, and well, I'm not going to wait unless I absolutely need to, because I do have the car for a bit of time. I can go ahead and order them at a later time and wait that couple of day period, which is crazy to me. But anyhow, make sure you get those little crush washers in preparation for this. We tried to, didn't work out, but we're going to reuse the ones that we already have. That being said, always ideal to replace them. Of course, before we get started with today's video, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you never miss one of my new videos. Now, all you're going to need basically is a drain bucket or a drain pan. My usual method of using basically a container with a graduation on the side so you can see how much oil comes out of it. Not really needed for this. It's pretty much, you could be asleep and do this. It's so easy. All you're going to need is, like I say, a drain bucket and the appropriate socket, which I think is a 24 mil, but when I get that up in the air, I'll see what it is and let you know. Okay, let's go ahead and put this thing up and yeah, get our drain bucket into place. Now, Mazda makes it really easy to service the manual transmission on the Miata as well as the differential. And they also do something that is brilliant, and they use a 24 mil socket. Why is this brilliant? Well, check out any of my Subaru videos that are newer than like 2005 that got rid of the hex in place of a inverted hex, which is stupid. Those things tend to rot, and because they're usually a 10 mil or 8 mil, well, that causes issues that tissues just won't solve. And most times, I'm not sure if the newer Miatas have gone to the hex, but if you're working on any car and looking at doing this type of service, make sure you can crank these guys out without having an issue, because if you end up having to, you know, deal with a fill plug that won't come out after you've drained this in the driveway, oh buddy, not gonna be fun. That being said, go ahead and get a extendo ratchet and crank those guys out. Okay, make sure you get a big old drain bucket so you can catch all this stuff. A good thing to do is to make sure you get a container of some sort and watch the fluid as it comes out. That way it'll tell you the health of your transmission. If there's any chunks coming out of there, never a good sign. If it looks extra dark gray, not a good sign. We're gonna crack open this guy. Okay, well, that's not working out the way I wanted. Let's move this guy out of the way. Try that like so. Okay, now let's do the fill plug. Okay, looks like I'm missing the washer on the bottom side here. Yeah. Okay, well, pull this guy out. Looks like we had fluid in here, so that's good, because it seemed to be leaky bit. Yeah, so it's full. That's good. Now we can just remove it. Oh, so as I was saying, if it's nice and dark gray, never good. But let's see what she looks like when she comes out of here. Oh no, it ain't looking good. She don't look so pretty. Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not, usually it's supposed to be kind of golden still. That ain't golden, brother. Oh my god. Oh my god. That shit looks bad. No chunks, so that's nice, but that is not the color you want to see. I just did the air conditioning, so the fluid's nice and it's warm, so it's gonna flow nice and well. The differential is gonna be nice and cold because we didn't move it anywhere. But yeah, I mean the color of the fluid not attractive at all, but kind of a good thing that we're doing this. Yeah. Anywho, let that guy drain out. Oh god, that is ugly. He's ugly. Okay, so we let our transmission drain out. What we're gonna do is just clean around the hole here and insert our craptacular crush washer again. And our drain plug. You're gonna grab your torque wrench, and this goes for both plugs. You're gonna set it to 40 foot-pounds or 54 Newton meters. There is a range, you can go lower. I usually just torque them to 40, 45 at the max. And yeah, don't exceed 40 is what I'm telling you, but do as you please, brother. All right. Now, whenever I have a brand new crush washer or a used one, I'm gonna twist that thing a little bit more and make sure that it is actually crushed and that we're good to go and it's making a seal. Now, we're gonna wipe that guy up and we're gonna get our dual pump or fluid pump and push fluid into this wonderful contraption. Now, I've got my little Honda transmission pump. I don't even know what the hell it actually pumps, but this thing came off of like a 97 Honda Accord or something like that. And I've used this thing for years now to pump and fluid. You don't need this. All you need is a dual pump or fluid pump basically for this task. And all you're gonna do now is pump 2.8 liters into this wonderful hole here until it starts to dribble out. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. We've opened up the two cans. We're gonna probably open up all three of them because, well, they only have 2 liters per can. So god damn it, Motul, they got all this fancy shit, you know, like just give me a cap, brother. Don't charge me for this. Just give me good oil and a cap. That's all I need. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, baby. I love how fast this does the job in comparison to a dual pump, because your arms are going to be dead by the time you're finished with it, that's for sure. The only problem with this setup is you need multiple arms to complete it because it can be a pain in the ass. Now, what I do, well, you can't see it on camera, but what I do now is pour the remainder or the contents of the first jug into the second jug. That way you're assured that you're getting every last bit. And remember, it is 1 liter containing all and every single drop of fluid in that canister. So yeah, and begin pumping. Now as we get close to the end here, just want to turn this little jug. Oh, come back here, guy. Don't you fucking... Yeah, like I say, you gotta have many hands to get this thing done sometimes. Okay, so we're out in that jug there. Let's get our final jug. Now you want to make sure, because I've only got 3 liters, that you don't waste. So pump slowly if need be. Don't pump it too quick because you'll end up fucking finishing off the fluid and then, yeah, you'll cry. Pour the contents in. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I love this pump. Great thing. My buddy John is the fella who put me onto that. And yeah, I've never looked back. Doing it the old-fashioned way with the pump, which now sits in the corner where all this stuff sits, collecting dust, is amazing. All right, now let's give her a bit. I can't see how much we're giving her, so we need about 100 mil out of this thing. So we're at, that's, okay, 900 would be 100 mil. Okay, so we're done. There we go. Let's get our fill plug, baby. Now, you got to do this kind of quick. You want to stick this in here, not have any fluid drip out. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Thread it up by hand. Stick this end back into the container so you don't lose any fluid. Oh, shit. Don't spill it, brother. Don't spill it, because that's our diff fluid as well. Use the gun to secure it. You want that canister, brother. I'm gonna get another gun to secure it because the last thing I need is a fucking oil spill. Okay, now set your torque wrench to 40 foot-pounds or 54 newton meters. And if you're recording this, try not to get the camera in the way. Yeah. I hope that Mazda still uses the 24 mil, and I hope that Subaru goes back to it, because I hate this goddamn shit with the torques and inverted hex. It's stupid. Okay, perfecto. I think the top end was 43 foot-pounds or something like that, but I wouldn't go there. Now, don't be an animal. You're gonna wipe this down, and if you live in a country other than Canada where brake clean still works, spray it down with brake clean. I'm still gonna use this crap, but it doesn't do shit. I'll show you, okay? Okay, just remember what that looks like, and you'll see when we're coming back to this what it looks like. Now let's go do the differential. This is our rear differential, and those two are our service ports. Isn't that amazing? Yes. You know what else Mazda did? They actually made this shit accessible. You can fit a standard ratchet and socket combination in here. You know who doesn't do that? Well, certain Subarus are a pain in the ass to freaking get the appropriate socket on, and it's not fun. It's not cool. Okay. Now the hardest part is just getting everything in position. Yeah, there. That's the hardest part there. Anyhow, let's get my 24 mil. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to crack these guys open because I got the camera in the way. Let's move the train bucket. Now you're gonna crack whichever one you want. Ideally, you should crack open the fill. You know what? Crack open the fill plug first. See, the reason why I don't care is because I know as a mechanic, I have no choice. I have to get it off. So one way or the other, it's coming off. But always do the fill plug first, because that way you know you're not about to get bamboozled by your own good efforts there to get your car serviced. Yes, I know it feels like it's 500 foot-pounds, but it feels much worse when you have a stupid inverted hex key that's like 10 or 8 mil that's about to strip out because that thing's so fucking tight in there. But Mazda or Subaru missed that memo, unfortunately, because they're stupid. You know, and I love Subaru, okay? On my 04 transmission that's now in my 2009, which I have yet to service, we have a 24 mil, and we have a half-inch drive hex that does the trick on the rear differential. But they went to these, well, no, it's a half-inch drive square drive fill plug and drain plugs. But yeah, anyhow, yeah. So we're full on that, and that did not look good either. I mean, it's dark. And when it's dark like that, usually it's a sign that well, it's probably never, it's probably the OE fluid, which ain't great. It could be wrong, but usually not. I'm going to hold the drain plug there because I don't know how much this is going to piss out, because currently our drain bucket is, oh fuck, come on. Currently our drain bucket, it doesn't have that much, oh yeah, see, we're almost at the end there. But yeah, you know, not the worst looking fluid. And it doesn't have as much filings or synchro mesh or gear. Basically, it doesn't have as much filings and grit as our tranny does, which is nice. Yeah, diff isn't in terrible shape. And just to be clear, this is an open diff. You can see our plug there. It doesn't have too many filings, no big chunks. So that's always nice. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the last clip, but anytime you're servicing anything like this, you want to make sure that you clean off your plug to the best of your ability so that the magnet is nice and ready to collect new bits of metal that will break off from your tranny slowly. Hopefully none of them being big, because if they are, well, that's never good. All right. Should look something like that, except cleaner. I'm gonna go take a look for the torque specs on this thing, but I usually, like I said, just torque these to 40 foot-pounds. Yeah, anyhow, I'll be back. Okay, so yeah, torque spec was the same as I thought. It's actually a little bit lower than the transmission, but falls within the same range. So the torque spec is 40 foot-pounds or 54 newton meters. Now, as for the fluid, there are two fluid types that are okay. You have the 8090, 80W90 I should say, or 75W90. We're putting in the latter because that's what we bought from our supplier, because our transmission requires that fluid. So yeah, hey, you're gonna let this guy drain out as much as you can because you want to get as much of that dirty grungy fluid out there, but when it comes to a drip, you're not getting much of anything else. Thread that guy in. Oh yeah, baby. Mazda was one of the first automakers that I really enjoyed working on, and still to this day do, but you know, I don't get a chance to work on them very much anymore because, well, Subarus are my bread and butter and just general service on really anything. But yeah, no one drives a lot of, well, old school or good Mazdas. This one's still a Ford, but still has some nice Mazda traits. And now, for good measure, we do it twice. Okay, yes. Okay, now let's bring our pumping apparatus into the mix here. What we're gonna have to do is, of course, move our camera leg or our tripod legs, because, well, that shit don't work. Okay, I think that's a good position there. I think this one only calls for about 500 mil, so not very much fluid at all. What you're gonna do before you actually do the service is, or pump the fluid in, is make sure your fill plug is ready to go. So that includes cleaning up the gasket if you're reusing like I am, and of course making sure your gasket is on your new plug if you're, or your new gasket is on your plug if you are replacing it. Yeah, hopefully Mazda keeps this shit in stock. I guess because they don't use it very much anymore. I don't know, whatever. Rather annoying though. And the worst thing is, the guy's like, it's 2 days away. Oh, dude, I can't wait 2 days. And then none of my local suppliers have it either, which is fucking annoying. But anyhow, I'll cry about a lot of stuff. So, as I'm sure most of my customers who watch my videos know, as well as folks out there. Stick this in the hole. Okay, and now I gotta get my light over here so I can see what's going on. You also want your drain pan just underneath so that any excess will fall into the pan and not onto the floor, because, well, the floor is not your personal garbage can, which I should keep my mouth closed, because I've seen a few things from a good few newcomers from certain parts of the planet that really irritate me here in Toronto, Ontario. But yeah, you know what? I'll let you guys figure that out. But all I'm gonna say is, if you're too dumb to not know how to use a trash can, just swallow the trash whole. And yeah, don't throw it on the earth, because it's not your personal trash can. Anyhow, go ahead, grab your apparatus for pumping fluid in and give her a good pump. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. You don't want that to happen. Maybe that's karma for me talking too much shit. But yeah, okay, well, no. We're gonna have to hold that in there somehow, because, I don't know, gotta have 6 fucking hands to operate this thing. Okay, you stay the fuck in there, please. There we go. Now, we're not gonna finish this bottle, so what we're looking for is the slow drip from that top drain hole. Once she starts to drip, same process, pull it out as quick as you can, put the drain plug in so you have as much fluid in there as possible, and yeah, tighten it up by hand. Oh, brother, we're almost out here. Come on now. Give me all the fluids that you got. Wow. Yeah, 3 liters is cutting it close, that's for sure. Okay, let's get this guy out of there. Mazda even leaves you a little room. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really happy servicing this thing, because it's not stupid like the Subarus that I deal with on a daily basis. I still like my Subarus, don't get me wrong, but man, oh man, do they make shit a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, let's put our pump. I think I even had some fucking 75, 90 somewhere. Whatever. Backflow the pump, so that's not all full of shit. Let that guy drain off inside there. Let's go on my drain pan, eh? And yeah, guess the torque wrench. And set it to the same amount. Notice how easy it is to actually put your torque wrench and socket in there? Yeah, I'm looking at you, Subaru Impreza. Well, certain years. Oh yes, very spectacular. And that's basically it. Now, same thing as the transmission. Wipe up the excess, and if you're in a country where brake clean works, hose it down with brake clean, you're good to go. If you're in Canada, rags it is, because that other shit doesn't work. Even a power wash works better than brake clean nowadays. So yeah, thank you, Canada's government, for screwing up everything that seems to work in our country. God, it is such a pain in the ass to live here. Anyhow, yeah, this is the problem right there. See that there? A VOC 2024 compliant is the problem, because this shit doesn't work, even though it is somehow environmentally friendly. You can see that there. I'm pretty sure if any of those signs are on a can, it's not going to be environmentally friendly. And if it's to any extent not environmentally friendly, at least the goddamn shit should work, because I'm pretty sure that acetone in that can is not good for me, but it does get you high, that's for sure. Anyhow, let's wipe this stuff up, and yeah, look, I just sprayed it down, and it's gonna look the same, same shit again. Like, I don't know what this does other than get you high. You're gonna see a bunch of crackheads in a corner just sniffing on brake clean now. I mean, well, probably not, because it is expensive. It is Canada, so anyhow. Now, I just want to drive home the point here if you're in Canada, okay? I've sprayed this thing now 3 times. I've wiped it down numerous times. The brake clean is useless. It just doesn't work. So if you're a mechanic, if you're anybody who uses brake clean, please write the government and tell these jackasses that this shit doesn't work. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't companies out there that, created something that works by now, but the fact of the matter is the shit that was there before was much cheaper and worked. Keyword, worked well. I had no problems with it. I didn't get high off the shit, and I had to spray way less of it in order to do the same job. So yes, if you're a disgruntled Canadian, that's my minute rant, go ahead and tell our moronic government to stop touching everything that works, because all they do and all they can ever do is ruin shit. That's all they're good for. And before you get in my comments and blame the liberals or the conservatives, yes, it has been the liberals for a long time, but truthfully, they all suck. So yeah, anyhow, especially the orange bunch, they tend to be really useless, but anyhow, at least they're looking for a new leader is what I'll say. Yeah. Let's move on now. All that's left to do now is to go ahead, take the thing for a test drive, make sure it is problem-free. Basically, you don't want any new noises or any sort of clunking or hard shifting. Take it for a nice long test drive on the highway, at the very least 15 minutes on the highway. You want to get nice and hot, come back to your service area, and basically crawl underneath it. Make sure nothing's leaking and you are good to go. And of course, the reason why you want it hot is because the fluid's going to flow easier and it'll expose a leak or potential leak much quicker. That being said, hopefully you found the video entertaining as well as informative. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of my new videos. And as always, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Welcome back to the sweatshop. In today's video, we're going to be working on a 2007 Mazda MX-5. No one calls it a fucking MX-5, man. Any 75 W90 is a good... Now, one thing I wanted to tell you about, and you won't see on my table, are the gaskets or the O-rings, or not O-rings, fucking genius. Okay, so, yeah. We had to take a half an hour break there because the camera was just like, yeah, no, it's too goddamn hot. It's 30 degrees in the shop, and the camera was just like, you can't charge me and use me at the same time, so this is bullshit. I'm out. So I stuck its ass in the fridge, and now we're good to go. Anyhow, where was I? Oh, let's fix the fucking camera. God damn it. What we're doing in today's video is waiting for this fucking camera to settle the fuck down, bruv. Settle down, settle down, settle down, motherfucker. What we're doing in today's video is we're going to be showing you how to do some routine maintenance on the Mazda behind us here. Oh, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying now. To save yourself some money, of course, in the pursuit of we got the Mo tool because we got a good fucking compressor. One way or another, it's always in my fucking... just whatever. I'll be back. When I get that up in the air, I'll show you. Of course, it would help if I had the extendo ratchet fucking close by, because I hate that fucking compressor. That cocksucker runs more than fucking anything, man. It's like, no, well, we gotta move the fucking camera because it's in the way. So, we've let our transmission drain out. Don't kick the fucking camera. God damn it. getting everything in position. Yeah, there. That's the hardest part there. Don't hit the fucking camera. Yeah, it still looks like I never fucking cleaned it on the training. Just fuck you, Stephen Gilbo, or whichever dickhead was responsible for this shit. So it is 40 foot-pounds or 54. So it is 40 fucking cock. Jesus Christ. You can do this, Jimmy. The reason why you want it hot is to make sure the fluid is nice and fluidy, or fluid, basically, so that it's running nice and... What the fuck did I just say?